Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another wonderful episode of Herssociate with me, Wangui Ngugi. In today's show, we'll be looking at the saying that goes, what a man can do, a woman can do better. And to testify that, we have a special guest today, and before we invite her on studio, let us take a look at this clip.
Rakia is a mother to 2 children. She is one of the very first female drivers in Hargeisa, the capital of Somaliland. She is a proud family breadwinner of her young children. She has been working as a taxi driver for the last 4 months. Rakia, a single mother, said she doesn't just want to provide more income for her family. Rakia fell into the taxi business accidentally. She first bought it to carry her children to school and later became a taxi driver.
I bought the taxi to carry my children around. The idea of using it for both of the services came, so I went into the business to get financial support from it. I get financial support out of it and also give back to the community, especially women who would prefer a female driver.
Knowing she had to put food on the table, Rakia got behind the wheel and hit the bumpy streets of Hargeisa, dealing with wildly driven vehicles. She told me her family didn't accept her decision to become a taxi driver when she started, but they are now happy for her. Despite the rejections from her family, Rakia said she is proud to be carrying out a job that was previously done just by men. Female customers feel empowered when they stop the taxi on the street and see the driver is a woman. Rakia has become popular in the capital Hargeisa, attributed with her independence, feisty and streetwise, with a reputation for being a master hustler. Rakia says the taxi business helps her navigate between family and work, even as she is still fighting to make a living on the dusty roads of Hargeisa.
Doing this work helps me take care of my children and also working. Most of the time, I carry people going to my neighborhood. After dropping them, I pass by my house and have a look at how my children are doing. It eases building the bond between me and my children as well as my work.
Rakia juggles motherhood with life behind the wheel, ferries her customers around the city, and tussles with male taxi drivers, discussing the roles and rights of women as well as competing for customers.
Well, indeed, like we said, what a man can do, a woman can do better. In this show, we are blessed to have a special lady. Her name is Rakia Mohamoud. Welcome to Herssociate.
Okay, thank you. I will come.
We are so happy to have you, and we've seen what you're doing. You're a taxi driver. It is indeed amazing to see you driving so courageously. How did you start being a taxi driver? Like, when did all this start?
When I started taxi driver before 5 months.
So this year, 2019?
In 2019, June I started. Then I'm very happy for my job.
You love what you do?
Yeah, I love.
Oh.
I love so much because I work my society.
You're serving your community.
Yeah, I make service for my community, and most of my passengers is ladies. That's another surprise for me.
Ladies feel comfortable and safe when the driver is a woman.
Yeah, when they came for me, they get surprised. Get another woman. Then they became very happy when they meet for me.
Oh, that's great.
Then I work for them good trip and good service. I take for them.
That's wonderful. So before you became a taxi driver, what were you doing before?
Before I doing taxi, I was teacher.
Oh, teacher. Which school?
I was teacher for several schools, so much schools I teach.
In Hargeisa?
In Hargeisa.
Ah.
I remember Blooming School, Aflah, so several places I work before my driving taxi. But now I am driver for my own taxi.
So you decided you need another career outside teaching. You started driving this taxi.
And I started this taxi to get freedom work for my own.
Because you're self-employed, like you're not working for anybody. This is your own taxi.
Yeah.
It belongs to you.
Yeah. It's
Oh.
It's belong me. I don't work anyone.
So where did you get money to buy this taxi?
I get my before job
Like you had savings from your teaching job?
I get my saving from my teaching job that I get. Then now I am very happy for my job.
What do people say, like when people, your family, what did they say when you told them, I want now to become a taxi driver? How did your family react?
My family is, they are, this driving woman is new for our country. Then they surprised the first time, but they get, now they become happy. After they saw I working really and happy. Now they feel happy.
They feel happy.
Yeah.
And do you have children?
Yeah, I have 2 children.
Wow. How many years old?
One of them 3 years old and another one 2 years old. They are so young. They now studied KG school. In the morning.
In the morning.
Yeah.
So like you drop your children to school and you pick them from school?
And I came them to school. Then when the school time is finished, I go back them for the house. So this taxi is you're making money from the taxi, and it's also helping your family because the same taxi takes your children to school, and the same taxi you use it to do other things that you need for your family. Yeah. It's good. It's good job because it's possible to do another services for yourself. Then you get money and you get other services you need. Okay, but then it's good. It's good. And I gave advice for the women to do this job.
Okay, now when you took up this job of being a taxi driver, like had you trained before as a driver? Had you done some driving? Had you gone for driving school or something?
School driving, yeah. Before in 2010, I got to driving school. Then I take my driver license in 2012.
So you're a trained driver?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. And any other education that you have? Like, did you ever go to college or university?
Yeah, I finished my college, my university college, in University of Hargeisa, and business administration, accounting section.
Wow, that's great.
2013.
Wow. So like that's why you're a taxi driver, because you have a background on business administration. You can manage your own business now because this taxi is your business.
Yeah, it's my business.
Mhm.
I can manage my business is good
Mm.
because I have background
Uh-huh.
for business and accounting and finance,
Mm.
everything.
Mm.
I can manage for my money
Yes.
in good way.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Yeah. What are the challenges you face? I know like every day you drive, like you work every day on the taxi, every
Yeah.
single day.
Yeah.
For how many hours?
Minimum 10 hours minimum.
10 hours
10 hours.
every day.
Every day. 10 hours every day I work my taxi.
Uh-huh.
Then first challenges, especially for me, it is poor streets.
Oh, the
Some-
roads are poor.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
some roads is poor.
Mm-hmm.
Then the car becomes broken every time.
And you have to repair.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I want and I gave advice for my government, my local government,
Mhm. To repair the
to
roads.
repair the roads.
Mm.
Repair the roads.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of challenges facing for me
Mhm.
when I drive my taxi.
Mm-hmm.
And other challenges, sometimes our community is good,
Mhm.
most of them.
Yeah.
But sometimes the people, the street people,
Mhm.
like young boys,
Mhm.
sometimes they call for you few words of badly.
Oh, because you're a woman.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you woman, why are you driving a taxi?
Yeah, that lady, that taxi, can you take me? And
Uh-huh.
can you take me? Then sometimes they say
Mhm.
bad words.
Mhm.
Sometimes.
Mhm.
But most of the community is good.
Mhm. Has anyone ever attacked you? Maybe you're driving late at night. Has anybody ever tried to attack you because you're a woman?
No.
Mhm.
When becomes late time for the night,
Mm-hmm.
I closed my car.
Mm.
Then no one can see me.
Mm-hmm. So they don't know who is inside. They don't know if it's a man or a woman.
Yeah, they don't know
Ah.
this inside of woman or man.
Mm-hmm.
They don't see.
Mm.
I closed my car, then I pass for them.
Mm-hmm. And have you ever met bad customers? Sometimes maybe you can carry a customer and then they refuse to pay you.
Yeah, sometimes.
It has happened.
It's happened sometimes, but sometimes I tell the police.
The police.
The police I tell for them,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes they pay money. Sometimes I left alone.
Mm.
Sometimes it's basic for me.
Oh, that's a big challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not mostly.
Mm-hmm.
Most of time it's
Mhm.
not happen, but sometimes it's happen.
Mm-hmm.
That problem sometimes it's happen.
Mm.
Okay.
And you see, when you're a lady, when you're a driver, people call you on your phone like, hey, I want a taxi.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sometimes.
They call you sometimes.
Yeah.
And when you arrive to where they are and they see that you're a woman, do they sometimes refuse?
Sometimes some people or few people
Mm.
refuse me, but most of them they surprise for me. They welcome for me. Oh, yeah, good lady, you are.
Mm-hmm.
You do a hard work job.
Mm.
They
They encourage you.
Yeah, they encourage
Oh.
me. Most of them
Mhm.
they encourage it for me.
Mm.
God, you are good.
You're doing a good job.
Yeah, you do a good job. This is for me.
Mm. So you said you work like minimum 10 hours every day and you have small children. So during this time when you're working, who is with your children? Maybe when they are out from school, they go home. Who is with your children?
And my children, and I have lady. I have lady to care my children when I left for them. Then I came sometimes. Then I came another time. Every time I came for them to know their situation.
Well, indeed, you're doing a wonderful job, and we'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll ask you more questions, especially on what the community thinks of you as a lady driver. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show, Rakia. Indeed, we are happy to have you. And what you're doing is really an amazing thing. You are a taxi driver. And, you know, here in Somaliland, many women, they don't work. They just stay at home. But you're working. You have employed yourself. You're making your own money, right? So when you go home and you have your own money, nobody has given it to you, you have worked hard for it. How does it make you feel?
I feel happy, wallahi. I feel happy because I can do what I like. I don't ask anyone. Then I feel happy. Then I receive message for my sisters in Somaliland. Don't work. I say for them, you have to work to get own money for you.
You feel free, like you have financial freedom.
Yeah, I have financial freedom. Then I do what I like, and no one is shouting for me. No one is feel problem. It's good. It's good to get the woman. To get women money, it's good.
It's good.
It's good. Then I encourage for them to get money, to work, and any work they like, they love. Then to get so much money, I call for them. You have to work your own self to get your freedom financial. Okay.
What do your children tell you, like every day when you're not with your children and you go home, and maybe you find your children asleep sometimes because you go home late? How are your children taking this job that you have?
My children, wallahi, is surprised for my job. And when I want to go back, they say to me, "Mama, are you going to work? Okay, bye-bye." Receive for us, came for us what we need. Okay, then sometimes they say when we become big, we will drive your car.
Oh, that's really sweet. Like when you grow old, they'll be the ones driving you.
Yeah, they like to drive my car. And when we become old or become big, we will drive your car.
Oh.
They say.
Indeed, they will, because I believe that right now the same money you're making is the same money you're using to educate them.
Yeah, I educate for them. I want to become educational girls.
You believe you believe girls should go to school. Do you believe that?
Yeah.
Girls need to be educated.
And my girls or
all girls. Do you believe in educating the girl child?
Yeah, I believe so much because the girls is part of society. Part of society. Then I believe to educate to get their education, to manage themselves and their children. I believe.
Because you're also educated.
Yeah, because I educated before. Then I want to complete my education, master program until PhD program.
You still want to study?
Yeah, I want to study fallacy. And nowadays, I want.
So you're planning to do your masters and your PhD?
Yeah, I want to complete my master program and PhD program.
That's amazing.
To become full educational woman.
Oh, you want to be like, what do you want to be in future other than a taxi driver?
And I want, wallahi, I want to get several backgrounds in education. But I want to become good leader in my society.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
Do you believe in women leading this country? Do you believe one day we will have a president who is a woman in Somaliland?
In Somaliland, I believe one day to become Somaliland president if Somaliland becomes woman. I believe.
You believe women can lead very well?
Yeah, I believe. And if it became good educational for everywhere, then she can lead good.
Yes, because even in Ethiopia, the president is a woman.
Who's a woman?
Yes.
Okay. I'm surprised for that. And I encouragement for my educational women is to prepare themselves to how to lead their countries.
Because you believe women can lead.
Yeah, I believe. I believe the women can lead good, good than men.
Better than even the men.
Yeah, better than men. But she can do everything. She can build the country good. And she can do everything. Then I take that advice to lead their country.
To lead their country.
Yeah.
So before we conclude this show, you saw there are jobs that people say, this is for a man, this is for a woman. Do you believe a woman can do what a man can do?
Yeah, I believe.
Any job?
I believe the woman can do every job better than man. And she can do every job better than man. I believe. I advise for them, you can do everything. You have to work what you like. And what you like, and any job you can do to get freedom money, to get what you need. You have to do work.
Well, indeed, you are doing a great job, and that advice you've given to the women out there, it's a good advice, because no woman should be living in abject poverty, and women are capable of doing so many things. It's just that they have fear in themselves. So we need to have a society of fearless women who are ready to do jobs, no matter what kind of jobs they are, right?
Okay.
So what are your future plans? Like, what are your dreams?
My dream is to work my society good, and to get our girls more active, and they do what kind of job the men do, they can do. Then I want to change my society, how they now. I want to encourage for them to do everything they need. That's my dream. Inshallah.
That's a great dream, and we wish you all the very best in your future. Thank you so much for coming to our show, Herssociate, and we believe that you have encouraged lots of women. And for you, our audience, if you meet Rakia on the road and you need a taxi, please take her services. She's a wonderful lady, and we have seen her driving. She has said she's trained. You're a trained driver, so you should not fear that she's going to do anything wrong on the road, because she's well trained. And a good thing is that you speak English also, because there are so many foreigners here, and sometimes it's difficult to get a taxi driver who understands where you're going and what you're saying.
Okay.
So it's really encouraging that you speak good English.
Okay, thank you, Wangui.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching Herssociate. That's the end of today's program. Have a wonderful day.